We are embarking on a shift in the global energy paradigm. The world must find clean energy technologies to overcome the climate crisis, address growing energy demand, and realize energy independence. Floating offshore wind will play a critical role to achieve a sustainable future. It is a growing industry that will enhance our country's competitiveness. In South Korea, there are optimal locations for offshore wind energy production along the East Sea to Busan, Ulsan, and Gyeongnam. With excellent wind resources and a well-developed power grid infrastructure, Ulsan is the most suitable location for developing floating offshore wind in South Korea. Floating offshore wind consists of installing a wind turbine generator on a floating foundation out at sea. Since the floating offshore wind farm can be installed at deeper water depths, it can access the strong wind resources found further out at sea. Large-scale floating wind farms can be installed with fewer location restrictions. In addition, it is a technology that has relatively less of an impact on the marine ecosystem. KF Wind is a joint venture between Ocean Winds, a leading global offshore wind developer, and Mainstream Renewable Power, a global pure-play renewable energy company and a part of the Aker Group of companies. Our strategic partnership has global proven technology and operational know-how along with experience in innovative technology development. We have expertise from building the world's first semi-submersible floating offshore wind farm, which began with the WindFloat prototype project installed in Portugal in 2011 by Ocean Winds, and the WindFloat Atlantic floating offshore wind farm, which has been in commercial operation since 2020, also in Portugal. In addition, Ocean Winds is installing the EFGL floating offshore wind project in a marine protected area in France, and conducting extensive research related to the preservation of marine biodiversity. KF Wind is developing what will be the first Korean large-scale floating offshore wind farm in Ulsan by leveraging this global operational experience and using proven and safe technology. The offshore wind farm will have a capacity of approximately 1.2 gigawatts, about 80 kilometers off the coast of Ulsan. During the planned 30 years of operation, Ulsan and nearby cities can be supplied with abundant renewable energy. The emission of greenhouse gases and microparticles is also greatly reduced, contributing to environmental protection. More quality jobs will be created and can bring new opportunities to local communities. Above all, clean energy will be supplied to the huge industrial clusters in Ulsan and neighboring cities, lowering carbon trade barriers and increasing export competitiveness. KF Wind is currently undergoing an environmental impact assessment, according to strict standards after obtaining 2 electric business licenses. Since signing a Memorandum of Understanding with Ulsan Metropolitan City in 2019 for the development of floating offshore wind, we have progressed the project through engagement with residents and seeking coexistence with other users of the ocean, including the fisheries industry. With our values placed on sustainability, we have a strong ESG management philosophy, and KF Wind continues to engage closely with local communities. We aim to create a greener future through riding the winds of change toward a great energy transition. With KF Wind's floating offshore wind development, we aim to contribute to South Korea becoming a global hub for the offshore wind industry, for the blue ocean and for the blue economy. KF Wind.